Okay, Conquerors Haki. Do we like the route Oda's taken? Do we like where it's going? Do we like where we've come from? And what are some users that we think are gonna have Conquerors Haki as we go forward? It's a weird thing, because as Conquerors Haki is now, I prefer it way more than it was in the past. What I mean is, okay, boys and girls, I have a game changer for you, and it might surprise you, and you're so lucky because I absolutely wish I had this when I was trying to build and establish credit. You know what? I'll say men and women because this is grown up stuff, and this is stuff we need to go through as we go through our time skip, which is growing up, and that revolves around credit. So this video is sponsored by Extra, as the first debit card that builds you credit and earns reward points like a credit card. When I was younger trying to establish credit, I had to get a secured credit card, which means putting my own money up front to use to build credit. With Extra, it's much different, but easier. So this is how it works. You connect Extra to your existing bank account, then they spot you for everyday purchases you make with the card, and you auto-pay Extra the next business day. At the end of the month, all the payments are tallied up, and then it's reported to the credit bureaus. Guys, this is literally a life hack because in addition to that, you also earn up to 1% in redeemable reward points for every purchase you make. We love One Piece and have grown up with One Piece, but this is real life stuff and we need to handle it as well. Extra makes all of this simple, and it's not really changing the way you do things. So to start building credit and earning reward points on purchases you're going to make anyway, sign up for Extra with the link in my description and start building your credit with a debit card. Yes, I said it, a debit card. For Conquerors Haki for a long time, it was just fodder control. How much fodder can you knock out? And again, it wasn't even significant people. It was literally just fodder. That's all it was used for. So now with Conquerors Haki going the route that it's going, how important is it? Not just the recent chapter, but some of the other chapters, well, Wano in general is highlighting the importance of being a conqueror, the importance of dominion, the importance of trust, no doubt, belief. Luffy with learning Haki, Zoro with his blades, Sanji with everything. I think for the Straw Hats, particularly the Monster Trio, trust, belief, and dominion is going to be important. Now, let's do something real quick. I've never done this before. Let's explore a possible scenario where Sanji gains or has Conquerors Haki. Is it possible? I'm gonna just say straight up, I've never viewed Sanji as the type to have Conquerors Haki because I've never felt like that was his MO. Of course, you can talk about the Mr. Prince thing and the fact that he's literally royalty, but what are the traits of a Conquerors Haki user? What do they need to have? What is their personality type? Does that even matter? Is there a pattern to these things? Well, for Conquerors Haki, so far, it seems somewhat hereditary, right? Where if someone of note has it, it's passed down to their kid. So let's go through the list of people who have it. Shanks, Luffy, Rayleigh, Hancock, Dofi, Chinjiao, Linlin, Katakuri, Kid, Sengoku, Kaido, Zoro, Yamato. And then dead we have Whitebeard, Ace, Oden, and Roger. We're not messing with non-canon, with Naguri and Douglas Bullet. But for Shanks, we know nothing about his lineage, so that doesn't matter. Luffy, of course, for Dragon, more than likely he has it. He's not listed as an official user, but Garp pretty much confirmed it in my opinion. Rayleigh, nothing about his lineage. Hancock, nothing about her lineage really. Doflamingo, from what we know, his father didn't have it, or his mother. Maybe they were never put in a situation to use it because they were royalty and treated as such because they were celestial dragons. Chinjiao, nothing about his lineage. Linlin, her parents just left her and kept it moving. Katakuri, his mom is Big Mom, so it makes sense. Kid, nothing about his lineage. Sengoku, nothing about his lineage, but he was at the top of the marine world. For Kaido, I mean, he's a beast, we know what it is. Zoro, lineage is important here. Yamato, lineage. Whitebeard, nothing about his past. Ace, lineage. Oden, we don't know if Sukiyaki had it. Roger, nothing about his lineage. Non-canon, again, we don't care. It's hard to say. All I can say is this type of Haki, it basically gives the user the will to dominate others and grants dominion over others. So then when you think of Enma, the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking, talking to Ohara, maybe King's Haki is necessary to wield that blade, to establish dominance over the blade. That's why Zoro had to use King's Haki to control it, right? But for King's Haki, we know you can't attain it just by training. You must be born with the ability and then you learn to control it after you discover it. It's a rare thing. As many people that we see have it now, it's a very rare thing. There are currently 13 people that are alive that we know have King's Haki. So before you go on a rant talking about, oh, everybody has King's Haki, we're just gonna give animals King's Haki, relax. 13. Confirmed, at least. Dragon could have it, Garp could have it, some admirals could have it. And again, we're gonna go down the list of people that I expect to have Conquerors Haki going forward, but 13. The thing with King's Haki, when you say the qualities of a king, it varies, okay? Because having dominion over others, that could go back to personality type. Some people just have that personality where they're a natural leader. Some people have a royal bloodline. Some people have kingly ambitions that strive to reach the top. this drive to be the best. One thing that's consistent though, the people that have King's Haki, they're either royalty or they're just on another level in regards to status. They've elevated themselves in the world that people are starting to know their name among the heavens, and so they're highly respected. Gold Roger, obviously the Pirate King. Silver's Rayleigh, the right hand of the Pirate King, known as the Dark King. Whitebeard, strongest man in the world, rival to Roger, closest to One Piece until he died. Sengoku, the fleet admiral of the Marines. Big Mom, the queen of Tato Land. A Yonko that's been dominating the seas for at least 5 decades. Chinjao, leader of the Happo Navy. Oden, conquered Kuri, he was next up to be shogun, and of course he was the leader of the Scabbards. Kaido, regarded the strongest creature, obviously a Yonko, ruled over Wano for over 2 decades. Katakuri's a really interesting one because he's a son of Big Mom, so basically he's a prince, and for the most part he's a leader after Big Mom. Yeah, I know Perospero and Strusen, whatever, but Katakuri seems to be the person that people look to. Doflamingo, even when he was younger, people were approaching him about attaining his rightful place. He had the charisma, and of course he got to the point where he was a king of Dressrosa for at least a decade. And then you can call him the king of the underworld. Joker, Shanks, captain of the Red Hair Pirates, a Yonko. Ace, son of Gold Roger. He was the captain of the Spade Pirates and then a commander for Whitebeard. Luffy, nothing needs to be said. We know what it is. Zoro, one of the characters in the story with unyielding willpower. And again, he strives to be the world's best swordsman. Kid, he has an outstanding drive to reach the top. Captain of his own crew. Yamato's the daughter of Kaido, and she's the Oni princess. Again, all these people, royalty, some status, personality, drive, in some way they've reached the top or they have the drive and the focus to get there. So based off what we know, when we think about Sanji, does he have that? Does Sanji want to be the best anything? Not really. Is he royalty? Yes. Does he exhibit dominion over others? I guess perverts because he's the best one. Could you see a situation in which Sanji uses Conqueror's Haki? But also, is it necessary for Sanji to have Conqueror's Haki? Now with Zoro, we see it probably was necessary for him to achieve dominion, achieve that next level, to be able to tame the sword of the underworld, Enma. For Sanji, is it necessary? Doesn't seem that way. For him, it's more mental and getting over the fact that he's become his brothers. He's become the thing he hates the most, the people he hates the most, and he's wondering if it's affecting him in his decisions. Does he need Conqueror's Haki to exhibit dominion over himself, over his thoughts, over his body, or he will lose control? That's a way we could spin it. So far we 2 for 4, right? Royalty maybe needs King's Haki so that he doesn't lose control of himself and his emotions. Not necessarily a dominant person, but can be a leader. If I'm being honest, based off of the things that we're talking about, Sanji is indeed a candidate to become a King's Haki user. The Admirals, I think Akainu is someone that could have King's Haki. Dragon, more than likely because not only lineage, but look at where he is, the leader of the revolutionaries, the main faction going against the world government, trying to take down the celestial dragons. Imu, he's the leader of the free world. I don't know if you're going to call it the free world. He's the leader of the One Piece world. Maybe a couple of the Gorosei. They seem to have been leaders of their own countries. I'm going to go with Gandhi and Sanji's father. If you guys don't understand who these people are, just look at them, okay? A dark horse honestly could be Usopp. It's weird, but I see Usopp probably, even towards the end of the story, using Conqueror's Haki unconsciously or doing it, and the story ends with him saying, I told you I was a king. Something weird like that. On Shanks' crew, there has to be another King's Haki user. It's a numbers game, right? So if I'm saying Usopp's gonna have it, I'm gonna say Yasop has it and Lucky Roo. I'm gonna say those 2 guys have it. And the monkey, for good measure. Shoot, we can throw Kong in there, the former fleet admiral. Why not? And then personally, I think King has it as well. King is too calm with Zoro using those attacks, using those techniques. Also, we talk about King's performance so far in Wano, right? But I think King has carried himself with a very interesting demeanor. It didn't matter how bad things went. It didn't matter what the story was saying in regards to Marco 1v2ing him and Queen. He was chilling. He was cool, calm, and collected. And I think at this point, how we talked about Zoro and kingly ambitions, we're gonna hear everybody saying that going forward. King 100% has Conqueror's Haki. Now the question is, does he have advanced Conqueror's Haki coding? Personally, I think Katakuri will get advanced Conqueror's Haki coding. I think Doflamingo, once we see him again, he'll have advanced Conqueror's Haki coding. I think it'll be more of a regular thing with people that have Conqueror's Haki just because it's shonen, right? And as we progress, we level up. And so that's how Oda kind of keeps the characters up to date. Maybe one of the CP0 members, not Rob Lucci, but the short guy, he could have King's Haki, right? Again, it's a very rare thing, but these people that I'm talking about, they're rare and special individuals. They're at the top of their profession, the top of their world, and they strive to be great. For Sanji's a bit more different, a bit more nuanced, but if I'm going out there, I'm gonna say Sanji has probably a 60% chance to have King's Haki, and I'm gonna give Usopp a 50-50 shot. Nobody else on the crew though, that's about it. I'm gonna throw Alti out there as well, because I like Alti, I like how she is, I like her demeanor. I think she'd be a dope King's Haki user. And if you're going off lineage, man, this is an assumption, right? But that kid we see with Makino, we're assuming is Shanks' kid, King's Haki. no question, in my opinion. But guys, give me your thoughts. Who else do you see having King's Haki? And do you see Sanji having King's Haki, or are we going too crazy with it? Because I'm just saying, if we think about it a little bit, he has the qualities of a king. Now, I'm not talking about advanced conquerors. I don't think that's necessary. But at this point, if you get it, you get it. But guys, give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BroggoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BroggoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost.